The straight road quickly bored me, and although you can see my first experiment with curved rails, the process isn't really thought out yet. Most likely, I'll get to it in the next episode. Today though, I'd like to return to the small building from episode 5. The design is copied to the back and only the ground floor needed a bit more attention. I realized my use of arches is a bit too liberal, because while they're great to hold up a lot of weight, most doors are just topped with plain lintels, so I'll start variating a little more. But by using jumper plates and modified bricks, one still manages to get a few details in. Let's have a last look before I move on. As you can see, there's just space for one more building, and even that will be a bit cramped in. I raised the ground floor to give an impression of a cellar, and also so it would only have to build 2 floors. The first floor is noticeable for a few cool building techniques. First off, an inset bat to give the house an ominous look. Figuring this out was a lot of fun, and I'm really happy with the result. Next up are the most complicated windows I've ever built. But this is probably the only way I'll get to use these bigger windows in this project. You might recognize the idea from episode 4, but in a smaller form. The door's design is also nothing new, but I think it fits perfectly, at least once it's actually built in. And to finish the ground floor, I wanted a statue on a pedestal. This again took quite a bit of experimenting, but the result was definitely worth it. The last problem I faced was simply a lack of the right corner slope. I literally found one, and I knew it would be needed above the statue, so everywhere else I had to improvise. But by building upside down, I managed to save the day. For the upper floor, I'll just quickly show you the design elements. This over-complicated snot module should be some kind of wall painting. Something one finds a lot when an adjoining house was pulled down. Although it now seems a bit too three-dimensional, so perhaps it's actually hewn into the rock. The windows are rather simple. To get some decorations, I used Technic bricks to hold 1x1 studs. I believe this might be considered illegal, but then I never really cared for the laws of man. Getting the slopes above the windows peeking out the half brick was a bit tricky, but in the end it all worked out brilliantly. Now let's see how it all comes together. To finish off, the roof is really quite basic. A plainly built little tower and different black plates held together with a few hinges. Once again, I copied someone's car design. But, as is tradition in this city, with new roads comes new kit. This time, I just built rolling bricks Ford F100. If you like what you see, go check out his videos. They're incredible builds with step-by-step instructions. And if you also like what I've built, well, please leave a comment or a like. They are hugely appreciated. You can also see a small sneak peek for the next episode, but that'll have to wait. If you don't want to miss out, please subscribe and click the bell button. But for now, stay healthy, creative, and out of prison.